that our teachings from any text, Michelle, it starts with the highest level of teaching. And then it goes down to the middle level. And then it comes down to the lower level. And then it teaches just, as if, like a fiction. Okay, close your eyes, focus on mindfulness, focus on the breath, it will happen. Nothing happens. So now, when we have understood the first part, that it is the highest level of a teaching, then we have to pay a little more attention, and we have to listen and learn it again and again, and have to find out what are the challenges that we are facing. Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
Hello. Everyone
Nice
is,
to meet everyone.
What did you say, Charlie?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I meet always beautiful people, except me, which has a long beard. So, you see that in the journey, what we have undertaken, direct, straight path, what exactly is mindfulness in the first 4 principles. And the next 6 or 7 principles, we have understood what causes the mind impurity and distraction, and how to. So what are those distractions? What causes me this sorrow and this suffering in my life? Charlie, keep a smile on the face. I always tell everyone. So, you can ask everyone, yeah. So then we understood what exactly is the practice. You have all the series, it is freely available on Spreaker. So what exactly means by practice? After that, we understood what exactly, who is the seeker. That is what we are going. Now we are going to the last principle, that how the seeker, who is the seeker? So we understood Shraddha, the faith. Faith in what? Faith in yourself, not in anyone outside. We are not talking of religion, cult, dogma, belief, etc., etc. Shraddha means holding on to the innermost truth in your mind. And where is the innermost truth? It is your real nature. And what is your real nature? It is full of peace and happiness, love and wisdom. So the first quality is Shraddha. Shraddha Viryam. Second quality is enthusiasm, commitment. Commitment to me? No, not at all. Commitment to yourself. What is that commitment? Your commitment to bring about a total transformation in your life, so that you keep smiling 24/7. You are in the state of happiness. You see that you forget, and I remind you indirectly. But how you forget, we will understand that. Why we forget that. So Shraddha Viryam, Smriti, right memory. Right memory means what, that we will undertake as a big challenge. But to briefly tell you, what is this right memory? Sometimes people feel, don't you feel, sometimes you might have felt in your life, I'm totally frustrated. What should I do? I have done everything right, but still I'm not able to reach there. At one point of life, we all feel that same way. So, but if I recall the right memory, what is the right memory? I have practiced. I have a beautiful experience. So, if I have a beautiful experience today, I can achieve the same tomorrow also. What is the use of getting frustrated and living in anxiety? without any reason. So, Shraddha, Viryam, Smriti, Samadhi. Fourth quality of a seeker is regular practice with wisdom. What is that wisdom? That I must be 100% clear, beyond belief, cult, dogma, religion, that what I am doing, I must have a right knowledge, right understanding. Why? The intellect demands clarity and conviction. Why? Go on asking why. Because we are human beings. How? Because we live at a higher level of self-awareness as compared to animals. I have already explained you last week. People who live in lower level of self-awareness, they cannot achieve any state of mindfulness. They may claim, but they cannot attain, according to the teachings. Make sure I am not teaching you anything. It is all the knowledge I am passing on from the authentic text of which has been validated for over 6,000 years. So what for? Shraddha, Viryam, commitment, right memory, regular practice with wisdom, and the fifth one is prajna purvak. Prajna is a very important word. Prajna, 2 syllables in Sanskrit. Higher consciousness. And what is that higher consciousness? That makes your mind free from attachment, craving, obsession. How it happens? The process is discernment and dispassion. So these are the 5 qualities. Then we understood that these 5 qualities have to, if they are 100%, you are the highest level of a seeker. If it is 50%, medium level of a seeker. If it is 25%, God will help you one day. So we bring in God that we do not know. Now the last sutra in this, that you don't have these 5 traits, you don't live at the highest 100% of these 5 traits, you have only 50% or 25%. Then what should we do? So the master says, Ishwar pranidhana dva, Sanskrit phrase, it means you can achieve the highest level of meditation. How? By constant remembering the real self. So we will understand what is the nature of the real self in the next 5 verses from next week. But briefly tell you, real self is all knowledge. It is pure consciousness. It is all knowing awareness, 1. Second, it is, Michelle has left. She will join again because of internet connections here. You know, you can take an excuse. If you don't like my gossip, you can simply say internet connection was not there. It's very...
I know you're talking about me, but...
No, I'm not talking about you, Michelle. I'm just joking.
No sooner than you said that, Acharya, that I had already exited out by trying to get more comfortable. Sorry.
No. It is not that. I'm just joking. No, we have an easy... Yes, Mead, you want to ask something? So unmute first. Yes.
I do. Where is Sophie?
Where is Sophie? Sophie promised me that she will be here exactly by 7:30.
She's rehearsing for a play.
Oh, that's right.
So
I
for
just wanna
her,
make sure she's okay.
for her it is not 7:30 yet. So we will wait.
Yes, thank you.
So you see that he says Ishwar Pranidhana Dva. Now understand that import of this word. In a I would say possibly in a negative way, and then we will understand what exactly happens to the mind. I love you. Then what happens? What we say? Love at first sight. Very good. Good word. Only good word. So love at first sight. That is attachment. Then I return home. I'm taking tea, and my mind says, "Oh, I love him or her." Then I lie down on the bed. I love. That love continues. You see that craving. You can say infatuation. You can say obsession. That continues, isn't it? For anything, to possess anything, you might not have experienced. So it happens. Now take that in a positive way. That mind is totally not obsessed but possessed by an awareness of the real self 24/7. Think of this. Take another example. You are driving a car on the highway and you say, "This car is very good." Again, you drive the second day, you find the same car, so you have a liking, then you have an attachment, then your mind starts thinking. Thinking is with emotion. "Oh, I will buy it. Let me arrange the money," and ultimately you buy it. You see that? What is happening in the mind? A kind of attachment and infatuation. So now turn this infatuation and attachment to the real self. It will not be an infatuation. You are always constantly aware that peace is my essential nature, come what may. Happiness is within me. That real self is all-knowing. When you have that level of awareness 24/7, you don't need those 5 traits. You only need that constant remembrance and awareness of the real self. So what will happen? Every time even there is a crazy teacher who is giving you a meditation practice, you will succeed. And if you don't have that, even when the Buddha comes to you, you will not succeed. Are you getting it? So the teachers of the Eastern wisdom are only pointers. What are they point? They point to the knowledge, they point to the understanding, and they say, okay, be very clear, have a clarity, what we are seeking, how we are seeking, and then you follow the practice, you reach to that state. So you see that Master says, after explaining all the different traits that we need to become the highest level of a seeker, here he says you need only one thing. Do you ever forget your house? Do you ever forget your honey? Do you ever forget that you are single or married? How can you forget? How dare your mind forget your true nature? That is the goal of meditation. And where the real nature, pure consciousness, your true nature is located, it is deep inside the heart, behind the body and the mind. So that's why I made a statement, how dare you forget your real nature, which is already located inside. You already have it. But why we forget? Because mind is moving outside. But why the mind is moving outside? Why the mind is distracted? The mind is distracted in moving out because it is projecting happiness in people, in things, in wealth, in honey, etc., etc. projecting happiness. Happiness is not there. Peace is not there. But I am projecting happiness. So what happens by the projection? What happens by projection? Projection means what? Simple definition of a projection. What appears true is not true. My image is projected in the mirror. So I am not true in the mirror. So I project happiness. Keep a smile on the face. I will remind you all the time. Understand it. If you have any question, then you can ask me. Are you getting it? So, projection of the happiness outside makes me forget my real nature. The goal of meditation is to awaken to that real nature. What is that real nature or real self? It is of the nature of pure consciousness, truth, wisdom, love, permanent happiness. Did you get something when I gave an example of creating attachment or obsession? The mind is totally possessed by an object or a person or a thing in the world outside. The same kind of mind is possessed by either by thinking, either by loving, either by knowledge of the real self 24/7. You will succeed in and will reach to the highest state of meditation in 3 days. One master says you need only 3 days. 3 days, John, 24/7, constant remembrance, you are aware of it, finished. Next week you will say, thank you, beard guy, I have achieved that. But now I am simply enjoying listening to you. I want you all to make that statement next week. So I said that the teaching in the first chapter is for the highest level of a seeker. That very process, that very method has a special name. And that name is bhakti. Bhakti. What I have just explained. So, understand the import of this meaning in Sanskrit. Bhakti means division. So, division? Division for what? Your mind has clearly separated, divided what is not desired from what is desired. Well, what is not desired? Same thing, mind is projecting happiness outside. You instantly remember and bring the mind back. I don't need. Happiness is within me. Are you getting it? You see the logic and the reasoning they put, our masters put. Bhakti. Bhakti, that is one meaning of the bhakti. Hello, no problem. We are waiting for you. So, Mead was asking you, where is Sophie? I said, she will definitely come. Not because of liking of a beer guy, but because of the principles. So you see that? See the clarity in our journey of the Eastern wisdom. They are 100% logical. They want you to understand and get the right knowledge. So one meaning of the bhakti is, now how do you get that? So one aspect I have already explained. The second aspect is, there is another way. Did you understand the meaning of the projection? The mind is projecting happiness where it is not. right? So my mind is projecting a fake happiness in the object, in the people, in the things outside, right? That is what the projection is. Huh? You stand before the mirror and you put a paste into the brush, and you don't start brushing the teeth in the mirror. You brush your own teeth. So if you start brushing the teeth in the mirror, that is projection. Right? Now look at the deeper insight of the masters. Take the same example. Now you say that this, you take any image. So normally I took the image of my master. My master is located inside my heart. He is always present all around me. So that is why I have to remove it. So we have 330 million gods and goddesses. Make a choice and start offering yourself. Self-offering and self-giving, as if you are in intense love with that God and goddesses. We use the word God as a means to attain awakening. Remember this. We are not using the God as a means of religion, cult, dogma, belief. And it has, I would say, more than 100 means. John will be happy what I'm going to say now. So there is another process. There is another process which says Pati Parameshwar. So Pati means the husband, Parameshwar means God. Don't take it otherwise. First understand it. It is the reverse also. So first I am explaining. So what happens when you meet your honey? You consider not as a physical being, but it is a representation of the real self and the higher consciousness. So you love that higher consciousness present in the husband or wife. So what happens? To bring about a change in your mindset. That is another way. I can go on explaining hundreds of ways. If you don't like it, stop listening. Wait for the next statement. So, these are the different processes, whether you follow it or not. Michelle is thinking, I'm not going to do like this. This is crazy. So, this is what is known as bhakti. So, this bhakti means first division, dividing, separating. The delusion, the projection, and the perversion created in the mind due to infatuation, attachment, duality, and a conflict. The moment you drop the duality and a conflict in your mind with an understanding, the mind is calm. The mind was becoming agitated and angry over that issue. Now, after understanding, it is not. Mind is calm. Do whatever you want to do. What you are doing, it's your business. Why should I be worried if you don't follow the right understanding? So mind loosens the knots of bondage that causes the anxiety, that causes the hesitation. Now the mind is pure and it can absorb into meditation easily. So he uses, that is the beautiful. Now you see that there is another master, and then we'll make your understanding, then we will do the practice. The nature of this bhakti is adoration, worship, self-offering to what is greater than oneself. What it means? I feel I'm great. What it means? Ego. I'm more handsome than John. Ego. I cannot say I'm more beautiful than, I'm already seeing the beautiful women. So, you see that? So, what is that? Understand. The nature of the bhakti is adoration, worship, self-offering to what is greater than oneself. What is greater than my ego? What is greater than my ego? Huh? The nature of love is a feeling or seeking for closeness and union with the real self. Did you get it? This nature of the love that you mentally, you see that real self is already present within me, behind the mind, and I am in love with that. Though when you are in love with people outside, object outside, they are going to make you crazy. Make sure. If it is not, tell me. So, to understand the fact. Are you getting it? Because, why? Because I am seeking love in others. When the love is within me, that is also a projection. So you see that beauty of expression. The nature of love is a feeling or seeking of closeness and oneness with that real self in the mind. Self-giving is the character of both bhakti and the love. What we understand that the love is a power of consciousness and a being. It is not the power of ego. Ego says, I love you and you hate me. Now the time has come to say goodbye. What kind of a love that you have in your life? That is not love. Are you getting it? Understand that, when we become aware in the mind, then we understand bhakti and love. So that is what? We know the love between human beings. Clear? In all its forms. The love of parents for children, or brothers and sisters, or siblings, or friends and lovers. And then we love what we say in the name of honey. So I have always been saying it. First dating, then soulmate, and after a few minutes sourmate, then compromise. If no compromise, saying goodbye. So what is the main element here? I am happy to be with you. Now I am happy separating from you. You are the same guy. So what happened? Something is wrong in the mind. So the master says clearly, all these kinds of love are tainted with ignorance. You are not wrong, your honey is not wrong. It is because of ignorance I am attached. That attachment is not love. All these so-called attachment is tainted with ignorance, selfishness, and other defects. That is the drawback in this love. Now reverse this. I love. Love is within me. What happens? Mind drops all the things where it is running in people, in objects. And the moment the mind moves within, the moment the mind moves within, in awareness and attention, you start meditation. 3 words: moving within, living within, awakening within. All these explanations summarized as moving within, living within. Now you awaken to the love inside. Allow that love to be expressed outside. So even if your honey is angry, it is not impacting you. You still have the same love, same peace. Come what may, now your mind cannot be changed, cannot be made agitated and angry. That is the goal of meditation. Now, I don't want that kind of a love. I had one beautiful woman in New Jersey. She is wonderful. So I'm not telling you the name, but did I tell you that she spent about $15,000 on her facial surgery? Secretly, I knew her age, around 70. And she complained to me that she did not have money to pay her mortgage. It's a fact, it's a truth. See what happens in our life. So what is this kind of a love? And then we will start the practice. One must learn how to love better, to love with devotion, with self-giving, and not against the love itself, but against its distorted form. We have to drop it. We have to drop all kinds of monopolizing. What monopolizing? Of attachment, possessiveness, jealousy, and all the feelings which accompany these movements. Once you do it, the mind is totally free. Then what will happen to that mind? Then the mind is constantly looking inside, living within. Last one, and then we will do the practice. Ego lives on three things: what I am, what I have, what I possess. Drop all the three, you are always in love. Nobody can hijack your love. It is not love for someone, it is the love within, manifest. Think of it. What I am a beer guy, John should respect me. You see that? What I am. Not as an example. You see that? What I am. I have not given you the session to respect me. Mind is clear. Mind is clear now. So like this, you have lot of considerations that we have built living in a particular society, in a culture, with a particular habit. What I am. Understood that? You don't appreciate what I am. So, I have reasons to drop that anger and hesitate. What I have. What I have. Look at my body. I'm so handsome. I'm so beautiful. What I have. I'm intelligent than you. And long list. You already know it. We use that. Michelle, we normally get upset because you don't recognize what I have. So if I keep in my mind what I have, ego is there and that ego is hurt, and then and the last thing is what I possess. What I possess. Okay, if he has this big refrigerator, but we have a beautiful refrigerator. What I have. What I possess. Now, third one, what I possess. What I possess. You drop all the three from even the thought process. If the thought process stops for 24/7, your mind is light. Your mind is totally free. You need not to think of anything else. Then even a simple meditation practice will help you to go deeper. So we have understood what we have understood. That is what we say God is pure consciousness, and then we will understand that what exactly is the characteristics and the attributes of the real self next week. And once we have a clarity of understanding why those attributes belongs to the real self, which is already within us, and the discovery of that real self is meditation. Awakening to that nature is meditation. And now the time has come to practice meditation. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. So when you close your eyes, you look at your own body. Be comfortable. What I say? Be comfortable. What is the meaning of being comfortable? We will do it practically, my friends. So, what is that practical? Move the mind. Pay attention to everything. Move the mind on the neck joint means what? You are mentally looking at the neck joint. Then what? The moment you are looking at the neck joint, you feel the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. What is after that? Your mind looks into the space or emptiness or darkness inside. So, three-pointed awareness. See that. First point of awareness, look at the shoulder joints mentally. Be there. Be there means you feel, you experience sensation, comfort and steadiness. And then mind, where the mind is the mind inside. Looking into the space, you are the highest level of a seeker. Mind forgets, starts running outside with the object, people and person. No worries. We are going to solve that challenges also. But to understand, move the mind on the hip joint. Be there. Feel the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Then, are you aware the mind is moving into the space inside, or it says, I have already done it, let me move outside. Let me scratch and there is an itching, I have to take care of that. That mind is not the highest level of a seeker. See that. Then become aware of the entire body, on all the joints of the body. Very good. Then experience sensation, being comfortable, and sense of steadiness is there. What is after that? Maintain your awareness and ask the mind to continue to explore until you reach to the goal. That is what we do in driving. That is what we do when we go to the kitchen. You see that? Objective is very clear. You go to the bedroom, why? You know it. Going to the kitchen, you know it. Restroom, you know it. Do you know? Mind continue to explore deeper within. Means the mind naturally moves within. Now, what prevents the mind to go within? My mind is crazy. Normally people say. Means why it is crazy? Lot of thoughts. And what are these thoughts? Thoughts cannot be present in the mind without an object from the world outside. That object may be a person, a thing, an event, and pertaining to what I am, what I have, what I possess. See that? We are doing every practice of meditation based on the talk that we have just discussed, the topic that we have discussed. Very good. So, what should I do with these thoughts? let these thoughts come and go. Why? They are not desired. I discussed about that. When the mind is constantly aware to explore the real self located deep inside the heart, so your mind is constantly pointing to the heart and is aware that what is not desired is left. When you are driving your car on the highway, do you desire to grab all the car running on the right, left, front and the rear? No. So there is a mental traffic. And some thoughts may interrupt you in front, from the rear, from the right lane and the left lane. No worries. I am moving. That carefreeness is there in the mind, then you are at the highest level of a seeker. It is just a point of awareness, nothing less than, nothing more than that. Very good. So we will, but this doesn't happen so easily. So what should I do? So that means we should purify the mind a bit. How? Let us do it. In the state of sensation, comfortable and steadiness, start breathing little deep, silent, slow. Very good. Not very deep, not very slow. If you do it very slow, maybe in the second, third breath you may feel laziness. And if you are doing that agitates the mind, that should also not be there. So neither too slow, not too fast. It's a rhythmic. Okay. Now we have to engage the mind beyond the body. How? As you inhale, move the mind inside the right arm, looking into the space or a darkness inside. And as you exhale, move the mind from the fingertips to the shoulder, inside the right arm, in the space. Where is the space? Whether you say the space or a darkness inside the right arm. Why you are doing it? You see that now, see the mechanism. This step belongs to the Tantra. Nyasa, it is known as, you can say Nyas. Now what is the meaning of the Nyas? Is all-round purification. So when you are breathing little deep, silent and slow, it triggers the brain, drops your habitual pattern coming from the brain, from the past impression. But the mind is aware of the breath, so mind and the breath are going together. Where it is going, it is looking into the space, it is leaving what is not desired, and the mind experiences totally different. Now, as you inhale, move the mind inside the left arm from the shoulder to the fingertips in the space inside. You are aware of the space. And as you exhale, moving the mind inside the left arm from the fingertips to the shoulder in the space. You are aware of the space, or the darkness, or the emptiness there. So now did you understand what we discussed? What is desired and what is not desired? That is one thing. And the mind is constantly allowed to move inside, not fighting with any thought, not fighting with other cars on the highway. Your job is to drive your car to your home. Finished. We need that understanding, that awareness. And now move the mind inside the right leg from the Right side of the waist inside, in the space or a darkness, reaching to the toes. As you exhale, the mind is moving from the toes to the right side of the waist, in the space or darkness. Now, mind moves inside the left leg. So when you find there is a rhythm, we are doing it for a minute, but if you persist and sustain that movement of the mind without worrying about other thoughts, feeling, and the sensation that may erupt in the body or in the mind or in the emotion, what happens? The mind maintains the awareness and it goes deeper. Simple principle translated into practice. Now inside the spine, from the crown of the head to the tailbone, and from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Inside the spine, in the space. Here even the visualization and the imagination will work. Your mind imagines there is a blank space, blankness or emptiness or darkness inside the spine. It will work, even though it is still a projection. But what your projection space? Are you seeking something from the space? No. Mind will return inside. See the understanding. As we go deeper from the next week, we will understand what are those great 9 obstacles on the path that fails meditation, how to remove them. We need something more to engage the mind deeply so that it continues to live within. Oh, is that so? Yes. So what engages the mind to live, mind to make, to live within? What should we do? We should use the knowledge part and awareness. When you move the mind from the crown of the head, from top to the tailbone. Simply sing mentally. What do you sing mentally? Om Shanti, with the meaning. What is the meaning of Om Shanti? Om is the real self, and Shanti means peace. Real self descending into peace. In the beginning, we are doing with the non-verbal awareness behind. That seems to be tough. You do it every day. What? You do it every day. Yes, from the workplace you sit in the car and the mind says, let us drive home. That is what you are doing. Even when you don't repeat, I'm driving home, you really drive home. So when you inhale, crown of the head to the tailbone, mind recites, sings and listens to it with the meaning Om Shanti. And exhaling, mind moves from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Om Shanti. So what we are doing in this process, that process helps mind to leave the lower nature. We will talk about that lower nature that prevents us to fail. Okay, I understood lower nature. Now let the breath be shorter from the crown of the head to the belly button. And continue with Om Shanti. Inhaling Om Shanti. Reaching to the belly button, exhaling. It is the mind moves from the belly button to the crown of the head. Om Shanti. You are driving home from 20 miles away. So when you reach to 10 miles, you say now it is 10 miles. But at the 10 mile, at the belly button, the mind does not want to go down. That is why we pick up. Just imagine, visualize a point in the spine in line with the belly button. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Let the breath be little shorter. Now from the crown of the head to the heart within. So it becomes almost hardly a little longer breath. The mind maintains its awareness with Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So you simply drop now Om Shanti. And from the crown of the head to the heart within, and from the heart within to the crown of the head. Om Shanti. So whatever you sing mentally, you listen what you are singing. That is very important. 2 sense organs, not I would say only one, sense organ of hearing is only listening Om Shanti. Can you be in love with Om Shanti? And now, from the top of the head, let the breath be totally normal, free flow. Don't worry about the breath. Move the mind from the crown of the head to the forehead inside. Om Shanti. From the forehead at any point to the top of the head. Om Shanti. It is only the mind that is moving. Knowledge is not an action. The center of the forehead is the center of knowledge. Even looking at you, I simply know you, even if I don't think, because I have known you before. That idea. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Just dropping. And now do not think. Let the mind maintain its awareness of Om Shanti even without saying it. Mind is maintaining an awareness of Om Shanti without saying it. In the state of doing nothing. So when you live into that state of doing nothing, mindfulness takes place effortlessly. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand. Be there. Feel the sensation and the change. Bring your mind to the left palm. Feel the change. Then lift your both the palms slowly. Place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Again the mind through the eyes perceives the space. In that space, know your experiences. Bring the hands down. We will share our experiences. And followed by any question you have. I like smile face. Yes, that's good. How are you, John?
I'm good, pretty peaceful. It was good practice. Thank you.
Ah, good practice. Very good. Your mind succeeded. You succeeded into that. Very good. How are you, Mead?
I feel a sense of joy and kindness.
Very good. Joy.
Kindness.
That's beautiful. Keep the joy and kindness 24/7 in your mind. Then see what happens. Wonderful experience. How are you? Michelle is also smiling. I always tease her.
Hi, Acharya. I pulled a Sophie. I had a lazy mind. I was at peace and kind of alternated with falling asleep, which I haven't done in a very long time, but being also coming back. But I practiced over, I think it was on Monday, and, I definitely had a better, experience because I was more with it. I was more engaged to the practice.
Beautiful, yeah. So the change has started happening. It is only because of your commitment.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, Charlie?
I felt a big sense of relief. I have been lately finding it very difficult to sit, or in this case, lie. And it was just lovely. I felt very grateful to be with you all tonight, and just feel really quite relaxed, and it's lovely.
Ah, I like it. That's beautiful in the very first session. That's really good.
I think I was very ready to join you.
Yeah. That also helps you when you are ready and thinking, no, I have to join. But the same tempo should continue all the time. How are you, Sophie?
I am very good. I felt joy also, like me.
Beautiful.
And I was seeing a lot of a very bright orange color in front of my eyes. And I feel very peaceful.
Peaceful
Thank
and
you.
good. Wonderful. We will talk about that, why we feel those colors, why we have those visions in meditation. So it indicates at different stages of meditation. And how are you?
I didn't understand that.
You need not to understand, yeah. Google Assistant, yeah.
Finally, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes. I had a lot of things going on this week, but I feel quiet and calm. But I fell asleep several times.
You feel the same way, Michelle.
I tried to.
No, don't try. But
and it just didn't happen all
you
the time.
feel the peace.
So, but I feel not good and calm. Yes.
Well, yeah, that's wonderful.
Right.
So what happens, it is coming after maybe 10 more sutras once we understand what exactly is the real self. In 5 more sutras means principles. And after that we understand that what are the 9 obstacles that fails meditation. It is such a beautiful, once you understand it one after the other. One of them is, we say, laziness. So we differentiate laziness in the mind from the laziness of the body. It is such a subtle understanding. So there are 9 obstacles and 4 symptoms caused by these 9 obstacles. So you see the series, the way the Master teaches. Now he is going to teach us. There are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, perhaps 6 sutras pertaining to what exactly is the real self. I have been talking a lot about it. What is this crazy stuff that is located in all of us? What is its nature? What is its attribute? And how to approach? Now, if you have any question, you can ask. Any question means pertaining to mindfulness. No question pertaining to politics. You see, Michelle, your commitment, you commit to your mind and you change. This is what every master in the Eastern wisdom says. So, should I stop my gossip now? It's a good gossip. So, understanding. Always remember the 3 principles. Shravanam, listening and learning from the teacher, not from the Google, and the Bing will ever help you. So once you listen and learn, then you have to apply your mind, especially the intellect, to contemplate. Ask as many questions over the principle yourself and see if you find the answer. Then the intellect is clear, clarity is there. When there is a clarity and a conviction in the intellect, then the very practice becomes very smooth. You see the simple example, give me your address, I will come to you. So you give me the exact address. There is a clarity and conviction that you have given me the right address, provided you call me, if you like to call me. So there is a clarity. So then there is a clarity, I know how to reach there. So that part is actionable part. Action, practice. Three principles. I don't know, let me know it. I don't understand, let me understand it. And I don't experience, practice it. Then life changes. So, that is all for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Good night.
That's good.